This is actually a pretty decent episode overall. There's some flaws, but like many of these animated episodes, the main flaw is that you had an ambitious story that you really just didn't have time to tell in 20 minutes. The Enterprise has a guest on board named Bem. Well, his full name is
Ari Ben Bem,
but we'll just call him Bem. And he's supposed to be observing because the Federation has just made contact with Bem's home world. And so he's there as sort of to see what the Federation is like.
Half diplomat, half observer, basically.
Yeah. And so, basically, he comes along, they find a planet, and they're going to beam down and explore around. It's an M-class planet. And Bem decides to come along, even though what Kirk says is that Bem has not been coming along for anything. He's been kind of sitting in his room, being snobbish, keeping to himself, and then suddenly he wants to show up right in front of a dangerous mission. So Kirk tries to talk him out of it. He insists, so down comes Bem. And you can never see this happen, except for I think Bem set this up, because he was at the equipment beforehand, and then he manages to... Yeah! Okay, I was not seeing this happening. He swaps out their phasers and communicators, and on we go. They don't know he could do this freakish thing. So while Kirk is giving him the third degree about acting like an idiot, he runs off. And further disassembles himself. Were you in Labyrinth, Bem? Actually, I liked you in Labyrinth. These were my favorite guys. And that's when Kirk and Spock find out that they have dummy equipment, and they're trying to find Bem. They could get away, but they have to get the guy they're responsible for. They brought him down here, even if he's being a pain in the neck, they've got to go help him. And they find out he's been captured by the natives. And I like the design of these natives. It's clearly something that you wouldn't be able to do very effectively in the original series. I mean, this was the closest you came. Not very good.
These remind me less of Gorn and more of D&D style lizard folk.
And so they go to the village to rescue Bem.
Captain?
shut up. We're rescuing you.
You are interfering with observations.
And Bem just seems to be a little snotball who's just upset that they're not doing anything. I came here to see the legendary Captain Kirk. Well, it's kind of like this scene from Farscape.
2 guns? I mean, I thought you were the great Crichton and Dargo. I mean, you blew up a shadow depository. I mean, I thought you'd bring pulse recharges, and a plasma bomb, and a really big gunship. But no, you bring nothing. You bring 2 little weapons that wouldn't kill a nick-nick.
Yeah, like that.
How come we always end up like this? Commander Bem, if you had those 2 phasers and those communicators all this time, why didn't you use them to escape?
Sir, this one does not demean oneself by the use of casual violence to accomplish goals.
Oh.
But you may demean yourself.
And then Kirk finally gets him out, and disembodied Uhura starts speaking.
Do not use your weapons.
I'm paralyzed.
We're held in stasis, Captain.
Put away your weapons. These are my children.
Okay, it's not actually Uhura, but Nichelle Nichols isn't doing much to change her voice. This is some sort of non-corporeal being who's the guardians of these aliens. So she neutralizes their weapons, insists that they leave.
You have mishandled situation again, Captain. This one judges you.
Disembodied Uhura allows them to contact their ship, but there's a problem.
This one wishes you, what is the Earth word? Luck.
In all the hubbub before she had appeared, Bem again left, being a little baby, and now they have to go find him. But this alien seems unaware of individuals very much, because she doesn't even realize that the third one of them is gone. She just insists they go back to the Enterprise. Kirk insists they need to find Bem, and so she allows them to contact the ship, and Kirk
Beam down a security squad with heavy-duty tricorders set for Pandronian scanning.
is an idiot. I know this is going to work out in the long run, but this is still a stupid, stupid move, Kirk. Okay, you have a godlike being who is clearly guarding these aliens, considering them children, gives you one chance to contact your ship, and you immediately beam down what's going to look like an invasion party. Not smart. Luckily, this being seems pretty rational. And they come down, they do as little stunning as they can get away with, and they rescue Bem only for this god being to appear and realize, okay, Kirk had a point. If you left Bem, he would have caused even more damage than what damage he did in rescuing him. So she allows them to beam back, but Bem has learned the lesson that Kirk and Spock knew what they were doing all along, and just because they weren't thrilling him at first doesn't mean that they are incompetent leaders.
And now he won't be permanently disassembled as he was about to be.
They never explain what the natives of Bem's world are like, but it seems to be that the individual is the part, and so each combination is a unique being. It's this one, but he tries to not so much kill himself as never do that particular combination again, but the godlike being says, no, don't do that, talks about punishment, and back home they go. Actually it's a pretty good episode overall. This could have been a lot more smug and self-satisfied with some sort of heavy-handed moral, but no, the moral is leave people alone when they ask you to leave them alone. That's a good moral. Frankly, one Star Trek could use a little more often. So, not the greatest episode, but certainly better than a lot of ones we've seen. A pretty good one overall.
Yeah, I'd give this episode props, if only because I am personally vindicated by Mr. Spock.
There are times, Mr. Spock, when I think I should have been a librarian.
The job of librarian would be no less challenging, Captain. But it would undoubtedly be a lot less dangerous.
Thank you!